He's laughing again with a pint in hand, gassing up blokes with the Banshee slang. Elbow sticky from the bitter on the bench. Same chair, same stale stench. Pubs like church, but his gods pour pints. Worship rounds, don't clock the nights. Lager lace lips with a lip on life, but his eyes betray that silent strife. Tells a joke about death like it's casual, but the breath he holds after's actual. I see it, they flicker, a tiny twitch when the punchline slips, that inner glitch. Cracks don't show when the crowd's on full, but the walk home drips in a drunken lull. Giggling loud, but the stumble ain't light. Mom said he drinks to stop dreaming at night. She told me young when I asked is he sad. He ain't bad love, but the pint's his dad. She meant his demons poured by the pint, raised on rounds and pub fight nights. Wedding rings cheap, but the tabs run rich. Ellie in his blood, now the bladder twitch. Wakes up 3 for a ghostly piss. Stares in the mirror like what life's this, but the smiles come easy in social war. Beats silence like a pub's front door. Loves loud, shouts hard, can't do soft. Kisses her cheek with breath near off. His love's a pint left warm and sweet, half finished, forgotten, but tastes like heat. She used to beg him to slow his flow, now just checks if he makes it home. Every Father's Day's a beer and grin, but every birthday I see that din, that crack in the cheer, that fleeting blink. A fear he drowns before he can think. I remember once half cut in June, he hugged me and said too fast this moon. Didn't clock it then, just laughed and sipped, but the room felt weird and my stomach flipped. He's scared bruv, properly bricking it, not a dying but disappearing bit by bit. The pub's his stage and his lead role, but backstage shakes with no control. He's vintage pain in a Carling glass, haunting smile from a buried past. Every pint pulled is another delay, to thinking too deep about his final day. Mum cries quiet with the telly low, gathers cans like they're seeds to sow. She don't nag now, just counts the tins and prays his last won't be where it begins. Says love ain't clean, it's cracked and sore, and pubs are places you patch the war. He's a laugh, yeah, but behind that charm is a man whose mind don't feel that calm. When he's gone they'll toast with joy, not knowing he died scared as a boy. But I'll know, and she will too, that every grin he gave was glue. Held this house when the silence cracked, when the bills piled up and the light bulbs lack. A pint in hand, the world seemed right, but we knew it was just holding back night. Every Father's Day's a beer and grin, but every birthday I see that din, that crack in the cheer, that fleeting blink. A fear he drowns before he can think. I remember once half cut in June, he hugged me and said too fast this moon. Didn't clock it then, just laughed and sipped, but the room felt weird and my stomach flipped. He's scared bruv, properly bricking it, not a dying but disappearing bit by bit. The pub's his stage and his lead role, but backstage shakes with no control. He's vintage pain in a Carling glass, haunting smile from a buried past. Every pint pulled is another delay, and my stomach flipped. Scared bruv, properly bricking it, not dying but disappearing bit by bit. The pub's his stage and he's lead roll, but backstage